Hi guys, so I'm back with another video today. Oh, by the way, just to let you know, I'm not wearing makeup today just because it's one of those days I told you I can't be bothered sometimes. Like, I'm going to work after this, I'm going to take the makeup straight off. There's just no point, I can't be bothered. If you're new to my channel, I know I've got a lot of new subscribers. Hello, welcome. And if you've never seen my videos before, then hi. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, favourite it, comment as well, and share it if you want other people to see it. But yeah, thank you so much. And all my links to Twitter, Facebook and all of that stuff, Snapchat, are below as well. Now today we are going to be talking about, I'm going to be talking about something I did not want to talk about at all. And I was praying last week. Oh yeah, by the way, it's going to be one of those like long talky videos. So if you're not into those, I know some people prefer like my funny videos or my makeup ones, then just like come back in a couple of weeks or like next week. But yes, so I was praying last week and I was like, God, I don't know what to film on. And he was just like, and I was thinking along the lines of filming about like boys and ex-boyfriends and like getting over relationships and stuff. And he was like, yeah, then talk about that. And I was just like, okay. And I didn't want to talk about it because I just, like, I've been trying to do the same, like, get over stuff that's happened as well. Like, if you watched my, how I almost failed my degree video, then you'll know what I'm talking about. And I just didn't want to do this. And I don't even know how I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to be honest with you because I'm, like, the worst expert at this. And that made me kind of realise that I have a lot of issues myself that I haven't dealt with, like so many. I'm a freaking wreck right now, basically. Like, I was literally crying last night. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to do this video to help you guys. I can barely help myself. With me, like, there's so much hurt. Oh my gosh. Obviously, if you guys watch my videos, will kind of know my history and stuff. I had a boyfriend in sixth form, broke up beginning of uni because of the distance and stuff. Then we got back together in second year, then we broke up again. And then last year, when I was going through quite a lot of stuff, we started kind of like not really dating, but we were just seeing each other. So that makes things very complicated with me. Obviously, it may not be the same situation for you. And I think for me, the forgiving is so hard because, like, when we were together, he was very, I love you, I want to get married, blah, 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 like, in the future, like, you're the one kind of thing. And I was always the more reserved one because I was just very cautious. I didn't want to, even if I did feel a certain way, I didn't want to over egg it because you never know what's going to happen in the future. What did happen in the future. And then, like after I went to uni, like literally 2 months later, he was with someone else, and I was like, but I thought you said you loved me. And then you made me feel bad because I didn't say I love you back. Oh, okay. It really caused issues between us because I was just so angry. Understandably, I was absolutely furious. And we kind of resolved those issues, but then like the second time we went out, it was just so hard. Because there was a lot of stuff that I did that I didn't realise that he hadn't forgiven me for, and that forgiveness issue was such a big problem because he was just so bitter against me. And I really did try. I always felt like I always had to kind of try and make him happy, even if it had to do nothing to do with me, even if I didn't offend him. If he had issues at home, it was very easy for him to carry those issues into our relationship and kind of put them on me. And that was very difficult, and I think it affected the way I treated other people. But I never thought I had unforgiveness against him even till now. I just thought I was hurt and I just need to get over it. And even till now, like, it's still a thing with me. And but it's gonna get better because but it's one of those things where it has to, I think sometimes with forgiveness you have to really be prepared for the fact that it's gonna get worse before it gets better. Like even after, like, this is just not cool. I was just never in control, like, ever in the relationship. Like, even when we were just seeing each other, it was just so, like, literally a couple months after that, like, he was with someone else again, and I was just like, why can't somebody love me? And it wasn't that I was in love with him or I wanted him. I just felt, am I that insignificant? Am I that forgettable that literally a couple of months, it's fine, you've moved on to something else? And it wasn't really until, like, I had a really good friend that came into my life, and he was just like, he was just the total opposite of everything I'd had before. And it was weird because, like, I knew he was coming into my life, but I didn't know how he would come because I basically saw him in a dream. And then when he actually came into my life, I didn't realise it was the same person I'd seen in the dream that was going to help me. I just kind of was just going along in the friendship, and later on I was just like, wow. And he kind of helped me learn that not everyone, that's the thing you need to see, not everyone is like your ex. Not everyone is going to treat you how your ex treated you. And with me, I always carried the way he treated me into everything, not just relationships, like friendships, everything. Like, if a friend is having a family issue or is dealing with some issues in their life, I get really scared that they're gonna kind of shout at me and kind of manipulate me in the same way that I'd had before. And it was awful. Like, even till now I still get that, and I just have to kind of calm down and just be like, no, it's not the same thing. And, like, having, like, my friend in my life, like, he kind of helped me realise that that's not the same for everyone. I'm still learning. So that's one thing I'd say to you guys as well, like, to encourage you that not every guy or not every person is going to treat you how that person treated you before. But in terms of forgiveness, the things that you can start doing, like me personally, like, I know not everyone's a Christian, so I'm going to make this kind of understandable for everyone and something that everyone can do regardless of faith. One thing that you need to do is literally stop talking about it and stop thinking about what they did. Don't go to your friend and be like, oh my gosh, and I'm so upset. Like, just, it's not just let it go, but just stop. If you find yourself thinking about it, just stop thinking about it. Second thing you need to do, I realised I was watching Joyce Meyer, and she was talking in her sermon about how through praying for someone you get healing yourself, because that's what I know I do, and I know some of you definitely do need healing, like, in your heart, like, not just healing like my arm, but like literally in your heart where it hurts so much, like it's literally like heavy as a stone. Like, that's how I feel. But like, praying for that person, like all the people that have hurt you, helps to heal yourself. And even though you feel completely different, you still need to do it, if that makes sense. So you can't act on your feelings. Forgiveness is a decision, basically. It's an action. It's, you decide to pray for them. You decide to be nice to them. You decide to smile every time you see them. You decide to be happy for them when they get good news. Because I know myself, like, when someone that's pissed me off gets good news and I haven't forgiven them, I get angry. But you need to, it's so hard. Like, it's so freaking hard. Like, I was literally like almost crying on the train yesterday. Like, there's so many people that have hurt me, that have hurt my family, that have intentionally gone out their way to hurt me or betray me. Even back into secondary school when people used to bully me, and I need to kind of get into that thinking of forgiveness and letting it go, because it's not about them. That's the thing. I used to be like, well, they're going to get off scot-free, especially like being a law student. You believe in justice, like they need to get what they deserve. But you being pissed off isn't them getting what they deserve. The worst thing is actually making you feel crap, and they are just living their life. So you just need to let go and let God in it. Like, let God deal with how they're going to get, you know, their karma or whatever. And you just deal with, you know, praying with them, letting it go, not thinking about it. And one thing as well is that when the event or when the scenario happens that's really upset you, you need to realise at that moment or very, very soon afterwards that you need to let it go. Because if you leave it there like I have for years, it's literally just going to be so overwhelming. And even though it's not impossible to get over, it's a lot easier to do if at that moment you just decide to just let go and carry on living your life. So that's one thing I would say. Like, even if you don't, you know, believe in praying, one thing I would say is that just make a conscious effort to be civil, be nice to them when you see them. It's not being lovey-dovey. It's not about being, oh, I'm gonna have to love and kiss them and I just don't feel like being fake. No, you don't need to do that. You just need to look out for number one sometimes, because if your heart is so broken and so bitter, there's no way you can even consider giving love to someone else in the future. Oh, that wasn't even me. Thank you, Jesus. That was a word from God, I'm telling you. There's no way you can even think about giving someone else love in the future. Like, I know everyone dreams of having that happy marriage, but if you're carrying so much bitterness from everyone who's hurt you, it's just impossible. I know for people who are either Christians or very like naturally loving or slightly too nice sometimes, and sometimes it ends up you being taken advantage of, always remember that if someone's continuously doing something to you that hurts you, like for me, I had someone who was continuously doing something. It wasn't intentional, but she was continuously doing it and it kept hurting me. And it got to a point where I would bring up something that she did ages ago only because it reminded me of the same thing that she's doing now. And that, just to let you know, that doesn't mean that you're holding a grudge or you're bringing something back from the past. You may have already forgiven them, but that needs to be a serious red signal for you, and that needs to warn you that that person keeps on doing something that hurts you. And if that's the case, you need to put some distance between yourself and them, because the more that you're close to each other, the more that you're just going to be rubbing each other the wrong way, and they're going to be hurting you, and they are not changing. That's the thing, they're not changing. So if they can't change, you need to change the situation. Do you get what I mean? Like, you need to remove yourself from them, distance yourself, even if it's for a short amount of time or a certain amount of time, and then you go back to them later on. But just to take care of yourself, just put some distance between you. That's something that took me a very long time to understand, and the longer it took me to understand, the more hurt I got. So that's just something that I hope will help you guys as well. But yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I have to rush off to work, but yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, thumbs it up, comment if you want more videos like this, subscribe, follow me on Twitter and Snapchat. I'm always on Snapchat, so yeah, and all of my details and emails are below and stuff if you want to get in contact. But yeah, thanks guys, bye, love you.